Hi, welcome to another edition of IP Somm. I'm Heather Boyd, owner and proprietor of Pillar IP. My guest today is the beautiful Loretto Cheen, and she's the creative director and owner of Lola Design. Loretto, why don't you introduce your company to us and let us know what it is you actually do at Lola Design, please?
Thank you, Heather. Hi, everyone. I am a trained graphic designer. So my job is basically to help business owners create the materials that will help them promote and advertise their business, usually starting with a logo and growing from there.
You must encounter a lot of different types of either print jobs, graphic jobs, whatnot. Can you tell us a little bit, without divulging any of your client information and proprietary information, can you give us some little fun stories that you can share?
Okay, this one I'm a little iffy about, but I did a job very, very recently for a major client. Because of COVID, all of their workforce went home. So everybody's been working from home. So they created a beautiful garment to brand and give to their employees. And the card that went with it was a cartoon image that is well known. I felt okay, and I cleared it with the client first because they said this is in-house only.
Mhm.
It's not being sent out anywhere else or over the mail. They're being personally delivered. So I was okay with it. And the colors were beautiful. The idea was wonderful. And the messaging, Heather, that they wrote inside, it was wonderful. And I wish I could tell you who it is, but I can't.
That's okay. I can tell you that Loretto designed my Christmas card this year, which I absolutely love. What are you drinking something? Because this is the time now. Because we've been talking for a few minutes, and I'm feeling like I'm a little parched. So
Oh, God, yes. Toast?
toast. Yes, we're gonna toast. We're drinking different things, but cheers.
Cheers to you.
Thank you. Cheers to us.
May I tell you a little bit about the wine I'm drinking?
You can most certainly tell me a little bit about the wine you're drinking, because I'm going to tell you about what my little festive drink here as well. Turn it a little bit. There, perfect.
Okay.
That's so cool. I love that.
So I love it for so many reasons. Okay, I'm going to tell you a fun story. I routinely go to the LCBO to take pictures of cute
I
wine.
routinely go there too, but not to take pictures. Keep going. Sorry, I digress.
So this is the Megalomaniac brand, which
Okay.
is in Vineland, Ontario.
Yeah.
And the back, it's called Much Obliged. And you can see, obviously, this is a graphic of a doctor. So part of the proceeds from the sale of all of these bottles are going to go to the Food Banks Canada so that they continue to help Canadians during and after COVID.
That's
So my
so
sister's a
great.
nurse.
That's
My sister's
awesome.
a nurse, so she brought it to my attention and she said, okay.
Perfect. So what grape variety is it? Does it say? I
Okay,
mean,
I wish I could
Megalomaniac,
tell you.
they tend to do a blend. So
They
does,
did too. All I can tell you is that it's white wine. That's
okay,
literally what the label says, white wine.
excellent. So it's a white table wine, but it doesn't matter because all the proceeds or a part of the proceeds are going to a really good cause in Canada. So cheers to that. Does it taste good?
It is. It's very, it's a little bit on the sweet side and it's very easy to drink. It's, it's something that you could sit around with your girlfriends and have a glass.
If we could do that socially distanced with masks on and the whole bit, because we're being responsible adults here.
Everybody's responsible adults, yes.
Yes.
How
So
about you?
I'm drinking local as well, and
Okay.
I'm doing a gin and ginger with some mandarin oranges and cranberries in it, just to add
Wow.
a little color and flavor once it saturates, kind of thing. And the gin is from Top Shelf.
I love it.
So this is a local gin or distillery here in I think it's in Perth. Top Shelf, Perth, Ontario. Yeah, And I just ordered a whole bunch of their liquor and they sent it to me. Um, so I'm very excited about it. It's actually really good. It's not really juniper forward, but it's easy drinking and it mixes really well with. I normally do like a sparkling water, but today a treat ginger ale. So,
See,
so
here I'm a
so
loss
here.
because you know your spirits and wines, and I don't. I just know that it's tasty and I can drink it with my girlfriend.
Well, I mean, that's the main thing. If you know what you like, that's the key to drinking. Cheers. All right, so let's get to the crux of what we wanted to discuss, or what I wanted to discuss with you for this, because Loretto has on her Facebook page, she does these things. What is it called? Shit my husband says or something.
There's a number of things. Shit, my husband says.
And then she does
Yeah.
this. Yeah, it's, I mean, it's on your, is it on your business page that you post these, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
So
The one you're referring to is the Friday Fun.
Friday Fun. Okay, so on Friday Funs, I really look forward to your posts because she'll
I know.
send a visual out. Excuse me, send a visual out that is just, it's marketing gone wrong.
Oh, you have no idea.
And one of the posts you had done at one point was to talk about how fonts make a difference. And I thought that this would be perfect for an IP Somm because sometimes clients really get enamored with a specific font. And this is a cautionary tale to make sure that people understand that fonts make a difference. So maybe you could kind of give us the purview into it, and then I'm going to share some visuals
Okay.
that Loretto sent to me, and you can see for yourself how fonts make a difference. So tell us.
Okay. So the main thing about fonts is that they have a personality. There are so many thousands, hundreds of thousands of fonts out there. It's literally impossible for a designer to pick out that specific font you want. However, like everything else in life, fonts go into the trend mode. So every few years, a new font will come out and everyone must have it. I'm sure, Heather, that you've seen that those flowy little scripty fonts that everyone needs to have, whether they're a lawyer or a florist.
Yeah.
This doesn't work. You have to, and honestly, it's this easy. You look at the font. What does it tell you? What do you feel? Do you feel like you want to laugh, or do you feel like, yeah, that really says I'm a lawyer? Because the font does all the work. All you have to do is look at it and it'll tell you enough. So Heather, why don't you show the example? Because I think that'll really make the point.
Okay. Can you see that now?
Yes.
All right, so tell us a little bit about this one.
Okay. That's a font that I found in a soap that I bought. It's from here. I literally can read nothing because the font is so ornate and it's got so many twists and serifs that they kind of blend into each other. It's a very tight-knit font as well. And the reason people pick this is because they think it's casual and it's friendly. The thing is, when you're selling something, the primary goal is to sell. So for people to read.
It's not to get people to spend hours trying to decipher what you've put on there.
They should be able to tell right away the ingredients, the soap, and where they can reorder. And you can't see that. You see it now? It's a white sheet. Okay. So Heather and I like this because it's the same sentence, exactly the same sentence. But look at the difference that the font makes. The one at the top, it's the kind of beautiful thing you would find on a Valentine's Day card. The one at the bottom is the kind of thing a serial killer will send you when he's stalking you, or you know, those awful letters they send in the mail and they put in your mailbox. That's it. As you can see, it's a very, very different feeling that the same words are conveying with a different font.
Excellent. So how else can font be a problem?
Fonts can be a problem because people fail to take legibility and readability into into consideration. I don't know if you're familiar with Greenbank Road here in Ottawa, but there's a church right before you hit baseline, and they had a sign that had this flowy, scripty font for their name.
Mhm.
The font has, sorry to get technical, there's no other way to do it. It had very high ascenders and descenders. Think of the letter F, high ascenders, low descenders, so that when you go write the next line, there's a very big space
Okay.
between the words. The font was also super, super thin and delicate. This is the kind of thing you would use in a wedding invitation. So instead, they put it on a sign. When it comes to signs, you got to go with the bolder choices. You need to see them from a distance.
Well, and especially street signs, and when you're talking about location signs and those kind of things. Um, this next one that I'm going to share, um, this this one, it they must have really loved the font, but we're not thinking, or whoever put this graphic together seriously wasn't thinking, because
Yeah.
we'll let the viewers see for themselves. We're just going to show this one.
What do you read first? And I'm willing to bet it's not jackfruit.
That's not what I see. Yeah, I see
Yeah, you
something
are.
else.
I see something else.
Yes.
So this could be, Heather, this could be as simple as somebody not proofing carefully. Or the other thing is that they probably really like that font and they just insisted on using it. And clients, sorry guys, but sometimes clients do that. But they have to have
Well,
this.
this is what I'm telling. What I wanted to talk to you about was that for sure, clients generally know what they want and they want what they want, kind of thing. As a graphic artist and as the person that's going to put your name to the marketing materials that they're putting out there, you have an obligation to warn them about
Yes.
things. Now, once that warning is out there and they go, no, no, it's fine, then it can potentially be off your plate, or you have the right to deny them the work. And part of that is because you will always, because you've created this, it's your visual expression, you own moral rights in the copyright. So let's be clear on that. The other thing I wanted to point out is that some fonts, and I'm not sure if a lot of graphic artists are aware of this, some fonts are the subject of trademark registration.
They are.
So they're not allowed to be used for the promotion of other types of businesses. So there is, I think, a listing somewhere of fonts that are the subject of trademark registration.
There is. When somebody is very clear that they want you to either pay for the use of that font or they don't want anyone else to use it, whenever you download it, there a warning comes up. It's written into the format, into the language of the font. Right. A message will come up saying this is illegal use, or you have no permission to use this. So it's very clear that you're infringing. The easiest thing to do is pay for the font. If you really, really love it, is it really that hard to fork out $50 and then you're complying with all the laws?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the other thing you can do.
Well, some of them, because let's be clear.
Oh no, some of them are outrageously expensive, but I'm not going to lie to you. I've fallen in love with a font or two. Okay.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, but what I'm suggesting is that if you download it and you pay a $50 fee for a font, you may not be buying the license to use that and profit off of it. You can potentially use it in your correspondence and stuff like that. Yep. But you may not be able to attach it to a trademark that other people are going to be able to see visually and recognize or use as your identity for your company or organization. So it'll say that in the fine print of the fine print. Yeah.
And also, as a trademark agent, I'm pretty sure you'll know this, but there's a few fonts that are actually property of the brand. Think of Coca-Cola. They own that font.
Yeah.
Walt Disney Studios.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut. It's called the Pizza Hut font. If you use it, yes, you can. And yes, you will be breaking the law. And yes, they can come after you,
Yeah,
especially the Coca-Cola people. They're very,
very aggressive. Yeah,
very aggressive about protecting their trademarks.
right. So do you ever find yourself creating your own fonts?
It's a honestly, it's an art. To be a typographer is an art, and it takes a lot of technical know-how. What I do is I take a font, and in the creation of a logo, I usually first turn it into an image, which is called creating an outline, and then I create my own, swirls and serifs and whatever out of it, so that it becomes an image, and
Yeah.
it's no longer a font. And yes, I've done that a lot of times.
Well, Loretta, thank you so much for joining us. Just remember, friends, fonts matter, and you've seen some reasons why. So when you're trying to create some marketing materials, please make sure that they're reviewed carefully by someone other than the person who really, really
Yourself.
wants this font.
Have someone else proof it.
Yeah, have someone who's not involved proof the final content, just to make sure everything is copacetic before you put it out there for everyone. So Loretto, thank you so much for joining us. I'm so glad that you are helping our first responders through your wine consumption. If you like what you saw here, please like, share, comment below, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Remember, we're not providing legal advice here. I'm sipping spirits, she's sipping wine, and we're talking IP. Cheers.
Cheers.